Wardrobe essentials seem like the most straightforward thing ever, right? Yet everyone makes the mistake of getting the most boring essentials that are holding you back from elevating your style. So here are the 10 essentials that you actually need in your wardrobe. First thing is a crewneck sweater. For those of you guys who rolled your eyes because this is so painfully obvious, I guarantee you the first thing that came to your mind was a crewneck sweatshirt. Yes, this looks good, but it's boring. Here are the better options. For warm weather, I would go with a cashmere sweater. Now, cashmere sounds insanely expensive, but if you get it from the right places, it's really not. Sure, it's gonna be more pricey than the other things, but with the essentials, these are gonna be things that are gonna last forever and should go with anything else in your wardrobe. So the cashmere sweater that I recommend is from Banana Republic. Now, if it's cold, try to go with a wool one. Now, 100% wool is very pricey, so at very minimum, try to go with a wool blend. If I'm not mistaken, the one that I'm wearing is a wool blend. This one is from Ralph Lauren. Everything's going to be linked in the description. Now, the next thing you need is a long sleeve button down. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, this entire video is going to show you the boring essentials that you need, but giving you the best ones to make sure it's not as boring. So my current favorite long sleeve is from Banana Republic. This one is a linen blend and has slight texture to make it even more interesting. Now let's be real, everybody looks good in the color black, so this makes for the perfect option. Another one of my favorites is this one from Ralph Lauren. This one's more of an Oxford shirt, which hands down is one of my favorite shirts in my entire wardrobe. The next item you're going to need is a good hoodie. Now I know you're thinking, I already have plenty of hoodies, but you have to ask yourself, is it a drop-shouldered hoodie? Is it slightly oversized yet still maintaining the perfect fit? Probably not. Therefore, you need the best hoodie. The best affordable option I found is Ours Collection, which is easily my favorite hoodie. They have a bunch of different colors. My favorite one is this new cropped one, especially for the price. I think it's very hard to beat. The next essential is going to be some white sneakers. Now this one definitely depends on your budget because white sneakers can be very affordable or they could be very expensive, which means they could be very generic or they could be something that you don't see every day. Now, of course, the most generic and most affordable options are stuff like Converse, Air Force Ones, or Vans if you want to go down that option. Now, for a little bit more expensive, I recommend Oliver Cabell or Axel Arigato. These two shoes are definitely going to help you elevate your style just because they're not something that you see every day. And I truly think the best way to stand out without looking like you're trying too hard is starting to wear things that are very clearly more high quality and if anything, a little bit more luxurious. That's exactly the vibe that I get from Axel Arigato. And yes, it is a little bit more expensive, but it's not crazy expensive. Now, the next thing you should start investing more money into is jeans. Especially if you're younger, your first thought is to get the most affordable and generic pair of jeans. And although that's not a terrible option because you could probably find some good ones at Walmart or Target, my styles truly started to elevate when I started looking into different types and different fits of jeans. I've always preferred slim fit, so my favorite option are these 90s slim fit jeans from Abercrombie & Fitch. Because they're in the color olive green, they never fail to get me a compliment. Even in these videos, whenever I start wearing these jeans, I always get questions and comments about these. You could also go with the color beige. So despite the fact that jeans are very essential and are really not out of the ordinary, picking these up in these colors are a way better option than just black jeans that you see everybody wearing. However, the better option when it comes to pants are trousers. Nowadays, these are definitely an essential you need in your wardrobe. Especially in the last 6 months, I started to get into these more and more, and therefore my style has gotten better and better, especially with my recent pickups. These beige pullover pants from Abercrombie & Fitch are extremely casual, very lightweight and perfect for the warm weather, and hands down one of the best purchases that I've made recently. Now, another trouser that I really love but I'm not wearing just because it's too warm right now are these corduroy trousers from Ralph Lauren. Now yes, Ralph Lauren is definitely a lot more expensive, but these trousers have been holding up perfectly for the last 2 years. It is very clear that these are one of the most high quality pairs of pants that I've ever owned, and therefore for the longest they have always been my favorite. Easily the perfect fit, extremely comfortable and super relaxed. Because they're in the color black, you can't really tell they're corduroy, but once you get close enough, that's when I start to receive compliments. Now, some more affordable alternatives to these Ralph Lauren ones are Hollister and Uniqlo. Now, depending on the weather, you are definitely going to need some short sleeve button downs, and my two current favorite ones are from Banana Republic and Topman, both of which are extremely interesting just because they are textured and very comfortable. Most comfortable one is this one from Banana Republic. This is a button-down sweater polo, which again has the perfect fit, and therefore I think this one just makes me look great. So I've been wearing this a ton recently, and I definitely think a shirt like this is heavily essential. And if it's not obvious enough, throughout this entire video, I'm giving a high quality, yet a bit more expensive option, and then giving a cheaper alternative. And the cheaper alternative is this one from Topman. It's definitely not as soft, but it still makes for a very interesting piece that could easily start elevating your style if you want to go down the cheaper alternative. Now, this next one is more seasonal, but you are always going to need a good pair of shorts in your wardrobe. Nowadays, it's a lot more common to see shorts below the knees, but I don't think I could ever become a fan of this. It makes you look shorter and it's not flattering to look at by any means. You definitely might disagree, but in my opinion, shorts should always be above your knee. So 5 to 7 inches is my perfect sweet spot. Now, the two options I'm giving you are casual and more formal. Casual one are athletic shorts, especially if you're on the younger side. This is going to be the easiest to wear. Looks good with graphic t-shirts, with a plain fitting t-shirts, whatever you want. My recent favorite one are these from Nike, but if you've never experimented with a more formal pair of shorts, I highly recommend trying linen or chino shorts. Let's just give an option for these chino shorts. This is definitely a shorter pair of shorts than what you might be used to, but nonetheless, it is a great option if you're getting into the more mature and sophisticated outfits. Now, I just mentioned it, but graphic t-shirts are definitely a wardrobe essential if you're on the younger side, and since I take it that you're watching this video, we probably are around the same age. So graphic t-shirts could be one of those pieces that could elevate your style. Now, I like Represent. This is the softest graphic t-shirt that I've ever owned, but nonetheless, I definitely understand if you think that this is not worth the money. One great store that is perfect for graphic t-shirts are Hollister. They have very interesting designs, a lot of which are vintage inspired. And so for the price, I think it's very hard to beat. And if you know me, I've always preferred the more simple things. And this next essential is hands down the most simple thing that you could wear, but it's still going to make you look good if you get the right one. And that is a slim fit t-shirt. Now, this is something that always gets me compliments, but I gotta say a lot of those compliments are credited because I've been working so hard on my physique, which is why I always say it's so important to start working on your physique if you want to become more attractive. Because whenever I wear a slim fit t-shirt, you can see that my arms are vascular, you can see that my arms are lean, and therefore because it fits me so perfectly, despite it being a very boring and a very generic thing to wear, it is still going to make you look good, which is the goal for everything that I just went over, for you to easily start elevating your style. But a huge thing to keep in mind is to make sure that you are shopping right for the season. And since right now we are currently going into the summer, if you want to elevate your style specifically for the summer, here's a video that's going to show you exactly that.